Hello, BookTube and all Repairman Jack fans. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching. This is my short spoiler-free review video for Conspiracies, which is book 3 in the Repairman Jack series by F. Paul Wilson. If you are new to my channel, I am reading every single Repairman Jack book, for the most part in publication order. And I am posting 2 videos a week. So I'm reading a book a week and I'm going to post 2 videos. So I post a short spoiler-free review video of the book on Friday, and then the following Thursday I post a much longer discussion video where I get into the content of the book. And in addition to that, I'm also going to be reading the young adult trilogy for Repairman Jack, when he is an early teen, and then the trilogy, the early years, where they're crime thrillers, and the Adversary Cycle, because some folks were saying that they don't like the way I pronounce Adversary Cycle, so Adversary Cycle. All right, so Conspiracies, let me read you the back cover copy of this. It says, Repairman Jack, F. Paul Wilson's vigilante hero from 1984's New York Times bestseller The Tomb and 1998's Legacies, returns in a thriller that thrusts Jack back into the weird, supernatural world that he thrives in. Looking for clues to the mysterious disappearance of leading conspiracy theorist Melanie Ayler, or Eiler? I'm not sure. Jack attends a convention of bizarre and avid conspiracy theorists. It's a place where aliens are real, the government is out to get you, and the world is hurtling towards an inevitable war of good versus evil incarnate. Jack finds that nobody can be trusted and that few people are what they seem. Worse yet, Jack's been having vivid dreams that make him wonder whether he's headed for a clash with his own past. Maybe the Tomb's evil Rikoshi beasts aren't through with him quite yet. So this is book number 3 in the Repairman Jack series. Legacies is book number 2. The Tomb is book number 1. And then book number 4, which is going to be what I'm looking at next week, is All the Rage. Now, Legacies, if you have already read this can really be a standalone Repairman Jack book. And in many ways, it would fit with the trilogy that F. Paul Wilson did after he finished the Repairman Jack series proper with The End of Night World, the revised edition of it, where you get the crime thrillers, Fear City, Dark City, and Cold City, I want to say. Cold City, Dark City, and Fear City. That it really, Legacies doesn't really have anything when you're reading it that seems to be connected to the secret history of the world, to the otherness, to that cosmic battle that's going on, or to really anything supernatural. You do have all those connections to Tesla and to his novel Wardenclyffe, or novella Wardenclyffe, which he came out with, I think, in 2018. But you can read this on its own and not really have any idea about any of that other stuff that's going on within the series. That is not the case with Conspiracies. Conspiracies is so exciting. It is such a great book because it explodes the series into this massive cosmic battle where you start seeing all of the stuff that's going on. You get all these great connections to the Adversary Cycle. I don't think that it's too much of a spoiler to say that you get to see Razalam in this book, and that you've got all of these great connections to the secret history of the world. It is so much fun. There are so many great conspiracies in here, and there's a lot of metafiction as well in the book. So I will get into all of that in the longer discussion video that I post next Thursday. But really what I want to say is, if you are unsure about reading the Repairman Jack series and you think that every book is going to be like Legacies, where they're just going to be a bunch of standalone novels and you can kind of read them in any order and they're not really connected to each other and that they're fairly self-contained, no, that's not the case. Conspiracies really changes the focus of the series from this point forward. Now, you've still got other books that are fairly standalone, but you get this big story arc that gets introduced in Conspiracies, and that's really reworking Legacies, really reworking the Tomb, bringing them into this much bigger universe, this much bigger struggle that's going on. And you get to see all of the fun and interesting stuff that F. Paul Wilson is doing. When you read this, I think you're going to have one of two reactions. Your reaction is going to be either, That was amazing. I cannot wait to, read the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. Like, you're going to get hooked on the series by the end of Conspiracies. That's one option. Or you're going to get to the end of it and you're going to say, this is really not for me. And so I don't think that you have to read, 5 or 6 or 7 books to know if you want to stick with the series. You really just need to read the first 3. And by the time you get to the end of Conspiracies, if you are not already completely thrilled by what's going on and the big story arc that gets introduced here, then it's probably not the series for you. But I cannot imagine that happening because it is so great by the end of Conspiracies. I really do have a hard time believing that most readers would not absolutely love the big universe that he introduces in this. All right, I will post the longer discussion video on Thursday of next week, so you can absolutely check that out. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.